Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jason. I am back again with another video, and this is a what's spinning this week video, also maybe a mega video too, because I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff I played last night at the gig. I just played a little gig locally last night at one of the cafe bars. It was a lot of fun. Some dark wave, post-punk, 80s, a little bit of techno in there. You know how I usually do it. Not much metal in that set, but I've been listening to a lot of metal this week, of course, on CD. So I got a few CDs I'm going to show you guys, and a couple of records here for what's been spinning this week. So this week I've been playing a lot of this one actually, Magnetic. This is Malignant Altar, album that was put out a couple years back now. Realms of Exquisite Morbidity. Bit of a mouthful there. These guys coming out of Houston, Texas. Kind of a one and done. There's not much left to say about these guys because it ended in 2022 actually. So they ran from 2018 to 2022, doing some really cool death doom. Just been loving this EP a lot. There's only 6 tracks on this thing, so I do like a short mix or short album. A lot of glare here going on. Sorry about all that. But yeah, this one is on Dark Descent. I did a big Dark Descent order. I've done a couple of orders actually directly from Dark Descent. And sometimes it's a bit of a mixed bag in terms of what sticks with me, what clicks. But this is one that I definitely go back to quite a bit. Malignant Altar. Definitely recommend. So now some of the band members have moved on to a new band called Terror Corpse, among other things. And I will be checking up on that group as well because this one was just really great quality stuff, sort of stood out. Another one I've been banging away lately is Eternal Darkness, the debut and also final record. This is a 2 one and dones back to back here, guys. So this band is Death Doom again. I guess a little bit of a trend here. When it's done well, it's done very well. And this one has really grown on me. I didn't like it the first couple plays, but just been playing it over and over again. Usually skip the first track just because I want to get into the business a little quicker. And the songs are not super long. I think they're only about 3 or 4 minutes long, actually, for this one. It's on Pulverized, self-titled debut by Eternal Darkness. And they are Death Doom from Sweden, from the 90s up to now. It's a later release. They started up in the 90s. I think they did a lot of other bands and side projects as well. So this was one of the projects. And then put this killer record out. It's murky, moody vibe. And split up. In fact, I think they split up before the album came out. So there you go. That's over with. But the album remains. It's still really cool. And last metal CD I'll show you guys I've been playing this week. I dipped a little bit back into this Void Ceremony again out of Romana, California. Never been to Romana, California, but maybe it's like a suburb of LA or something. I don't know. California's a pretty big state. Threads of Unknowing. These guys have been around for a while, actually. They started in 2013 and then put this one out in 2023, I think. Third album, and I mentioned it on the metal tag as well, as a group that pushes the boundaries a little bit avant-garde death metal. It's progressive death metal, in fact. So some pretty cool runs, jazzy kind of elements almost in there, and some really cool solos, actually. So I think the solos kind of hooked me because it's, at the beginning, it just sounds like your kind of usual brutal death metal, but then there's little extras going on. So yeah, it was a cool album. It's on 20 bucks spin. Their newer one didn't click with me as much as this one, Threads of Unknowing, but for now that's the go-to for Void Ceremony for me. Now another CD that I got in the mail. This one is electronic music, specifically bass and some early kind of dubstep styles. Not the cheesy variety, not the EDM dubstep kind of cheese, but this is like some really cool, almost like Thinking Man stuff, but super bass heavy. This is The Bug, who's well known, versus Ghost Dubs and Implosion. And yeah, not much to see on the inside. Really cool tracks. It kind of goes totally back and forth here. Like each track, you got a bug, and then I got a ghost up, the bug, ghost up, bug, ghost up. Kind of goes like that. 16 tracks in total, so I guess like eight each. It's on a label called Pressure. Just got this in. I do think it was a 2025 release, so it won't be able to make my next year's top 10, but this would have been a pretty good contender otherwise. This is definitely a CD too to, like, if you want to try out some systems, this would be the one, especially the low end of the system, if you know what I mean. Yeah, just really cool, a little abstract, a little bit minimal, but very bass heavy. So goes well with some of that crushing, guttural, bass centric death metal that I sometimes play as well. Another thing that just came in the door, I finally got a copy of the Cult's Love album. Been playing the CD a lot lately, and I realized, like, I don't actually have this on vinyl. I have Electric on vinyl, and a couple singles, and that's about it for the Cult. So I've been really rediscovering some Cult lately. Played it last night in my DJ set as well. Love the opening track, the Nirvana track, and then of course the two big hits on this was Rain and She Sells Sanctuary is also on this album. Really well done album. What can you say? Legends, right? So I finally got that one in the collection. And then next up, I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. It's kind of loud enough to distract me, but probably doesn't play loud enough for you guys to hear it. But rocking a little bit of this. This is Avian, an album or EP called VC118A. Some electro, some really sick electro. Again on Delson. Talked about this label a couple times lately, out of Netherlands. And Avian is actually the pseudonym of Samuel Van Dyke, I guess is the producer's name. Obviously from Netherlands with a name like that. First thing I've gotten by him, he's got some other releases under other names as well, so definitely want to be on the lookout for that. It's just some nice, crisp, clean electro, very fast and snappy, and yeah, excellent record. I played a bit of it last night in my DJ set as well. I like to mix in some newer stuff with older stuff. Obviously, I'm a big 80s fan, but I love throwing in some 2025 in there on top of it all. Yeah, it's pretty sick. The artwork here is by Eris Huygens and Till Schneider. So a Netherlands affair here. It's the cover. And I got this out of Juno. So I don't know, those of you who know, may not know, Juno Records is a online record shop and distro out of the UK, which I have to say was, truth be told, a little bit better when they were still part of the EU, because I think there were a little less fees, but now after post-Brexit, I seem to get more duties and such from ordering from Juno from the UK. But yeah, they've got loads and loads, especially I order there especially for a lot of newer stuff, metal stuff, punk stuff as well, but mostly electronic is their focus. And two more records to show you guys that I showed in the metal tag, so this may be a repeat for some people, but this is stuff that just came in the mail this month. Would have made my top 10 easily, metal picks for 2025, because they're 2025 releases, but nevertheless, I got them after that, and they've been on heavy rotation since. So also spinning this week, still playing a lot of this. The Speciez album on 20 bucks spin. Really cool, kind of progressive, technical death metal. Very Voivod-esque influence. If you're a fan of Voivod, especially that later stuff where they get a little wonky, a little avant-garde, this would be totally up your alley. That's not the era of Voivod that I like, but I'm really digging this one. These guys are from Poland and doing it properly, and cool album cover too. It's kind of growing, but also has a really good sense of humor in the back too with the Hawaiian shirts. But yeah, lots of interesting bits, some different tempo changes, even a bit of clean vocal comes in once in a while, and very cool album. Lots going on. Another album that has lots going on too is this beast. This is a Quebec project, Canada. Zeicrydeus, Grande, Hérésie. Killer record that's really been growing on me. I just play it daily. This is on Nameless Grave. Put a link in the description below later for some of these releases in the Bandcamp, etc. Basically a one-man project. This dude here on bass, and there's a lot of bass on this, like prominent bass leads. So much so that I feel it's got like post-punk vibes to it. So it's black and metal, with again some progressive elements. Yeah, a bunch of styles really. I can't remember what the description said, but if you're a fan of a bunch of different bands, Rotting Christ, etc., you're going to enjoy this. But I also feel like there's a little bit of a post-punk vibe to that bass playing as well. It just really comes in clean and strong, and yeah, really makes the album stand out for me. So that's a cool one. So let's get into what I played in the DJ set now. I have a huge bag full of wax. I'll just flip through these really quick. Show you guys some of the stuff I was playing last night at the bar. Again, it was a really fun night, despite it being like absolutely freezing in Canada right now, like everywhere in Canada pretty much. So I played a lot of this last night actually, which is the pop group, Mark Stewart, aka Mark Stewart and the Mafia, his older band. This is a great album called We Are Time. It's basically a compilation record on Bass Records out of Italy, and from the 80s, like 82. But I think these recordings are like late 70s, actually, like 79, 80, 81, that kind of thing. Live recordings, demos. This, so techno, I did not play that one. Played some stuff off this comp. This is a Fast Product label, of course, out of the UK. And these bands featured here: Gang of Four, Mekons, Human League. I played 2 Human League songs last night, including one off that one, which was the classic Being Boiled. Don't think I played anything on that. Played this, of course, Public Image. Didn't play Birthday Party. That was in the pile. That I did play some Bauhaus 4AD EP, their early EP. Played some stuff off this again, which I picked up in Osaka not long ago. Really cool techno, very smooth stuff, kind of Detroit vibe-ish to it, just with the smooth chords. What else we got here? I had Romeo Void, but I did not end up playing that one. Did play this, my bootleg copy of Warsaw, so basically early Joy Division. I mean, one side is pretty much Joy Division's Transmissions album, I think. White label stuff. That's really fun. Still playing this one, still banging this one out. Killer release from 2025. This also was in my top 5 electronic records of the year. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out. This is Orphia, Beau Discours. Really cool project. Very synthwave-esque. Had to play some of my old school favorites. Public Enemy. Still love this record to death. It's the one I pull the most. More than It Takes a Nation, just because I played It Takes a Nation to death. So, Yo Bummer's the show for me. Played 2 tracks, both on side A, actually. Time Bomb, which is a classic for me, and You're Gonna Get Yours, the opening track, which is just totally killer. Somehow fit all that in with all this post-punk, etc., including like The Cure. Didn't play Plasmatics, was planning to. Some more techno here, including this guy, Mappo Mazzucchetti. This is a really cool EP by him. Very experimental techno. A couple tracks off this compilation, Punk and Disorderly. Got this over in Japan. It's a later reissue on red vinyl. I think like a 90s reissue, maybe. Didn't play The Damned. Got some more Cure in here, of course. Played a little bit of Psychic TV, but Silent Servant remix. This one came out a little later on, like in the 2010s on Dark Entries. And did manage to squeeze in just a tiny bit of hardcore punk, UK hardcore here from Chaos UK. The Short Sharp Shocked album, killer record. Played a couple things off this. Very cool compilation of Peruvian electronic music and post-punk of the late 70s and the early 80s. Or sorry, more 80s into 90s. Okay, this goes, the bands and songs go from 85 to 1991 on this thing. Picked this up in Toronto last year, and it's been slowly making a lot in my rotation. Even a little Rick Ocasek as well, of course, of Cars Magazine. Good album. Madness, because why not? And what, a few more others here that I haven't already mentioned. Bauhaus. Some stuff on Clone. This one is a classic electronic record. Sweet Exorcist, CCEP. This came out in the early 90s. It's actually a project of Richard H. Kirk of Cabaret Voltaire and one other dude on Warp Records of the UK. Classic record to get. Very minimalist, sort of bleep, minimalist bleep, I think they call it. Kid Creole, it's a single here. Caroline, what was it, Dropout? Very cool, funky track. Just threw that in the mix. Then some compilation stuff. And yeah, that's about it. There was a few more things, I'm sure, too. But great set last night, if I do say so myself. No, but it was really fun to play a nice wide variety of underground gems, rarities, etc., all on vinyl. So that's what's been spinning this week, a kind of extended version with my gig, some of my gig picks as well. I'll see you guys soon.